Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another grounded update video where today I'm here to announce that 8.0 is officially released for all systems. If you guys have not already, go out and update your game and you will get access to all of the features that are currently showing on the screen and a bunch of bug fixes that are showing below. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go over really quick all of the changes that were made to 8.0 here for you guys in case you guys have missed the previous two videos on the channel. But before I do that, I want to invite everybody here to subscribe to the channel because only 1/3 of you guys who watch these videos are actually subscribed, and I'd hate for you guys to miss any of the future updates and getting into the development world and all of that I plan on doing here very soon in the future. So I'd hate for you guys to miss that. Also, make sure you turn your bell notification to all. So here we go. Build 8.0 new features. So we have some new crafting content here. We have a new building, which is a door frame. It's pretty cool. In case you just want like an arch open, you didn't actually just want like a blank spot, or you didn't want a door there. If you just want a blank open room or pathway, that is a door frame, and it's pretty cool. I do enjoy the door frame a lot, and I think it looks really good. The next thing is new buildings, triangle stem wall, and inverted triangle stem wall. So this will make it so when you're trying to build like an angle like this and you have a wall, that area that gets built in right there, maybe you didn't want the curved roof, maybe you just want a straight flat roof, that can now be filled in instead of just with the grass plank triangle wall, and you now have a stem wall and stem inverted triangle wall, which I'm really happy about because we needed those. All right, let's talk about features. New features, photo mode phase 1 is done, and also they've password protected online games. Meaning if I wanted to, I could password protect my game and make it so people cannot just random hot join into my game anymore if they weren't if I didn't want them to. This is like step 1, phase 1 of them getting ready to release dedicated servers, which I'm super excited about a dedicated server because once a dedicated server comes out, I plan on having one for the entire grounded community that surrounds this channel because I'd love for me to be able to get in and game out with everybody and as many people as I can, especially my members. Everybody who's a member, if you're not and you'd like to support the channel, there's a link down in the description. You can click that button or click the join button, and for 99 cents you unlock the ability to come on and game with me. So there's always that ability for you guys. So moving on, let's talk about more additional features. When placing an invalid building, a short message will describe why it's invalid. When you're holding a repair tool, nearby damaged buildings will display an icon. Loose arrows can be collected by walking over them. This is actually really cool. I've tested this out and it's actually super nice not to have to go around and pick them up. Now what I will say is if the arrow is stuck in something, you cannot just walk over it. You actually have to walk up and pick it up. But if it is just sitting on the ground, you will be able to pick it up as you walk over it. That's why it says loose arrows. Key point, loose arrows. Okay, moving on. Structures will now collapse much more dramatically when unsupported. Sweet. The armor dummy UI now has a button that swaps your gear in the dummies. You can also do this without entering the UI by doing a hold interact action on the armor dummy. This is super cool and super efficient for somebody like me who does a lot of building but also does a lot of adventuring. So when I need to swap out, like, say to my ladybug gear for my ant gear because I'm done building, now it's really quick. Or if your base is under attack and you know you need to fight, you can run up, quick swap your gear, and then you're ready to go immediately. Go immediately swap in all your gear and you're ready to fight. So really cool that they added that. Moving on, when you're connecting zip lines, the anchor that will be connected is highlighted, which is really nice. It's just one of those nice features for ease of life or quality of life, I should say, fix. Player nameplates in multiplayer will show a player is knocked out and how much time they have left to be helped. This is actually kind of neat. I had a multiplayer game going. I didn't see this happen, but I saw a screenshot of it. And if it actually works the way that they intended it to, that's pretty awesome, because it'll let you know whether or not you actually have time to get to that person before they end up kicking the thimble. Okay, so the last thing is that the player nameplates will now show a busy state above it when it said the player is navigating the menu, which is really cool. The other thing I wanted to add is now instead of just a player nameplate at all times, if you like turn a little bit off to the side, it's now an icon of the player that they're playing. So that's pretty neat as well. Okay, changes and tuning. Dirty water will now apply a status effect that shows your character is sick. The more dirty water you drink, the worse the effect gets. resting will make you feel better. So you want to be careful about drinking dirty water in the backyard. Dewdrops are kind of spawning a little bit more often, so this shouldn't be really a thing that you're going to have to worry about. But just in case you do, just be advised that you will get sick. Smoothie Station's function has been reworked. Now you need grub goop or mussel sprouts in order to make your smoothies. I have an entire video out explaining this. If you guys want to see that, just go ahead and make sure you guys check the channel. It'll explain everything about the changes in the smoothies for you guys, so check that one out. Flavoring ingredients can consist of any combination of other items, so it's all the same except there's a couple minor differences. So just go check out that video, it'll help you guys. All right, let's talk about a couple other things here really quick. We're just going to read through these really fast. Mutations reduce the damage reduction from Daredevil. Combat. The more intense combat music will play when fighting spiders. By the way, the music is awesome. Infected weevils will now slightly faster. Ladybugs have a new set of attacks to pick from, which means they're even more deadly. Improve the accuracy of aiming with a bow while using in third-person camera. This is really nice because I'm a third-person camera player, so that's really nice for me. Interface changes. Nameplates will transition into smaller character icons. This is what I was talking to you guys about a minute ago. The Interact HUD has been revamped to support showing multiple interaction types at the same time. Burgle chips in the world now have a small arrow icon that pops up when you approach them, making it easier not to miss them. This is actually super nice because the cold-blooded chip that's hidden in the paint is actually super hard to see. So the fact that it now has a little arrow, that's nice. New SCA.B audio when getting hungry, thirsty, and health alerts. This is actually kind of scared me when it first popped up. It sounded like something was growling at me, and I happened to be running around in like the back area that they revamped in the map. They also revamped the whole map. They don't talk about it, but they did. Well, here you go. Updated the terrain around the upper hedge. This wiped out a whole bunch of people's maps, but that's not what I'm talking about. They moved all sorts of things in this map. In the game right now, that whole western side that had the picnic table, the stump, the sandbox, all that has been moved around. So that's all different now. So big sap nodules now take longer to respawn. That's fine. Bass music now plays during the daytime as well, and a new track's been added significantly for night bass music. By the way, the nighttime music, super relaxing. Really, really like it. Building structures will now be less likely to be considered obstructed when placed underneath static props like leaves. Walls will now often pivot around corners. They are snapped to when rotated. Adding a facing helper arrow to the acorn storage, and do collect a recipe now unlocked. Changes the unlocks with woven web and requires woven web to build instead of just web fiber. Crafting Smoothies Plus replaced with beefy smoothies. We talked about that. That's more information in the smoothie thing. Optimization, improved performance of games with large bases, improved performance of games that have a lot of storage baskets and chests, and a handful of general CPU options optimizations added. And also, finally, one of my favorite things is that bees now drop pollen in the world in addition to collecting on their legs when pollinating flowers. There's a couple things I didn't talk about in this, and that is that they changed the way that the lights work, like how you can place slime mold sconces and also the hanging lanterns. They removed the ability for you to be able to place them in caves. So if you guys didn't already have lights placed in your caves, if you wanted them there, you no longer can do that. The last thing you can try to do is see if you could put down an armor dummy and then put a firefly headlamp on it if you want some sort of light down in the ant caves, but I highly doubt that's going to work. So if you don't already have lights in your ant caves, you're stuck with the firefly helmet or a slime mold sconce or using a torch. So you have the slime mold torch or the regular torch. You have those two. You can use those two things, and if you don't have your base already lit up, that's the only way you're going to see it. And with new ant bases coming out very soon, that is going to really suck that we can't light up the caves anymore, but that's okay. Going through, there are a ton of bug fixes. I'm not going to go ahead and read through all these for you guys, but I'm going to leave it paused up here for a moment so you guys can see it. If you guys want to read through, you guys can pause the video and read through them. But I'd suggest you guys go through. Here's what I was talking about before. Firefly hanging lantern can no longer be placed in caves. And there's a whole bunch of other bug fixes as well. And lastly, obviously, Ominent Practical Technologies. While we have been impressed by the confidential, we have also decided to redacted to compensate. So just so you guys know, Omnic Practical Technologies did something. We're not so sure what, but we're going to get in and we're going to figure that out. But thank you guys all so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please make sure you guys hit that like button for me to let me know you guys enjoy Grounded Update videos. If you guys do hit that like button, it'll let me know that you guys want me to keep on making them. And if you guys want to see them, I'll keep on making them. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn that bell notification to all like I asked you to do in the beginning. And also tell me that you watched the end and leave me your favorite update that's happened in 8.0. And I'll make sure I heart your guys' comment. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.